Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Millennium Dawn as Rome. Let's continue on for last left off. So, here we are, once again. We 417 political power. I don't think there's really too much I can do with that at the moment. I mean, I could reduce corruption again. I think that's what we're going to do. But we have some problems. Again, the problem is NATO. Germany still is not actually in the faction, which is nice. But I don't know if that'll ever actually, like, come into play in any real meaningful way. We're trying to train up a handful of, like, really trashy units just so we can fill up our front line. Like, we are having problems. For sure. I'm not too sure how well this is going to necessarily go for us. We have 43 ships. We have 643 planes. Like, air superiority is bad. It's not ideal. We're close to capitulating Bulgaria, I think, like, because this is technically part of our territory. It's not Bulgarian. We just need to get our way to Sofia. We don't have air superiority, and with 1,400 planes in the area, we're definitely never going to get it. So our only real option is to try to march our way here, take the city, get them to capitulate, and then push our entire army into Greece. Albania's not going to be doing anything. Like, we could declare war on them, but that seems very dangerous and probably not beneficial to us. We have the Germans here. They do have military access for the rest of NATO, which is a little bit unfortunate. Slovakia, luckily, is not in the war. Ukraine, Romania, led by, of course, Agent 47. They're not in the war quite yet either. Russia, I would really have liked it if you were to get involved. But I don't think that's ever going to happen. What do you need? Bunch of fighters. Which we're definitely never going to be able to build, I think, at this point. Like, air superiority might just be completely out of the window. War weariness. Bulgarian ceasefire. Ceasefire with NITA. Ceasefire with, Liberation of Congo. I mean, Bulgaria, they're in NATO, so I think they would just rejoin the war right afterwards. Which definitely does not benefit us. What are we missing? We're missing a little bit of oil. We'll get some more from Saudi Arabia. We need 6 factories there. Slightly less from Qatar. You're going this way. Get this tank up in that direction. We can maybe push here. No, your defense is insanely high. Okay, so we're not going to be able to do that. I assume your air superiority is just insane. Yeah, 300. Where's all of our fighters? They're mostly in Italy itself right now. Do not be in the Western Balkans. There's so many aircraft there. We're not going to be able to win that battle. Everybody really just flies here. And maybe that'll get something accomplished, but it's hard to say. What are you? Airmobile? I don't know really what that is. When are you leaving? You'll be gone in 3 days. We have, like, no air superiority in any province at all. How long is it going to take for you to get over there? It's going to take you 2 days. Which honestly is not that bad. Like, it could be significantly worse. So march our way down south towards the Greek border. They have a lot of troops themselves, unfortunately. I'm trying to think. Syria isn't in a faction. You're in a faction. Is there anyone else who would like to go to war with NATO? I don't believe so, unfortunately. You're already at war with China. China, can you get more people into your faction? Chinese influence. That doesn't really matter so much. I'm more, we need... You need to invite more people to your faction. Get India or something. Just anybody who would oppose NATO right now. But I guess it has to be someone in Europe itself. Better opinion in the Middle East. Befriend CSTO. Like, I just don't think they would actually accept us. We got a little bit more influence in ties with Russia. Definitely don't want more war goals right now. Probably not in our best interest. On our own. Infantry research really is not going to be benefiting us. All this EU stuff does not matter. Like industry maybe? I mean, going to war with Germany does not matter. Like these ones do not make a difference right now. So I guess we're gonna go for on our own way, just so maybe we can do populist and potentially join Russia's faction. Because I really think that might be the only thing we have to do, is just abandon our alliance here and hope that it works. Is there anybody else who would like to declare war on the United States? I'm trying to think. Like Syria, I don't believe would do anything. Maybe in 3 days we can take the city and they'll actually capitulate, which will give us some relief. I don't care if these guys have no experience. It's not experience we need. It's just bodies on the front line. Like, how much manpower do you actually have? You have 0. You have about 30,000. So, I mean, manpower for most of these countries really isn't that high. It is just air superiority, which is a problem. Poland, 8,000, but has a decent-sized army. Romania, 6 to 12. But they would join one of these other factions, which is, like, the dangerous part. Okay, well, Sofia Fallen does not capitulate Bulgaria. Which is problematic. What other cities do you have? You have a handful of cities here. I don't think most of those are actually going to help us. Got a naval invasion of Italy? Oh, yeah, like right behind our line. Oh, beautiful. Who could we even set? Where's Brown Army? Where the hell are you guys? Oh, you're the paratroopers, right. Don't need these guys here. Where's... Okay, you're here. How do I stop the Americans from landing troops? Convoy raid here and maybe try to intercept a handful of them. If 6 divisions, which is definitely not enough. I really don't see an easy way to put some admirals in these guys. I don't see an easy way to deal with NATO right now. When are you landing? You're landing in about 17 hours. Not ideal for sure. How are you guys doing down here, Iraq? You are losing territory to the Americans. Of course, again, not ideal. Trying to, like... Is there anybody else who's, like, nationalist? I don't really believe so. Peru. But you would not want to join our faction, which I do not agree with. But also, like, it's hard to abandon any part of the line. I guess we're going to send these guys. Like, somebody's got to come down here. So we got a large American naval invasion. It's a bit unfortunate. We still have Sofia, which is nice. Again, what we're trying to do is just take any... Are you moving? No. Because unsurprisingly, like, the paratroopers are kind of hot garbage. Yeah, but as soon as we leave that territory, of course, the Germans just start trying to push their way through. I'm assuming your attack is, yeah, absolutely horrible. So you just hang out for now. You guys need to abandon that front, so just come down here. Like, things were going well until NATO got involved. Okay, but Taiwan has capitulated. I don't think that benefits us all too much. How much is it going to cost for China to take it? 349 points. They're going to be clicking this button a lot right now. But it allows me to, you know, think about what the hell our plan is. And I don't know if we have... Like, the only thing we could do is, like, try to get Russia somehow involved to try to push their troops into Poland. But even then, I don't think that's going to be enough. Not enough to save us. That much is certain. Like, yeah, so you can just take that province. There you go. Congratulations. You're still at war with the NATO, which is what we want. Can't assume faction leadership of somewhere. That's fine. You guys come here. You're all on this front. I mean, like, they got a lot of ports here, which is a problem. I don't believe, like, our paratroopers are actually like such hot garbage. They can't do too much. I guess we'll try to import some more stuff from the Philippines. I understand we're not going to be having civilian factories, but I feel like that's kind of not the most important thing right now. Like, there's no way our tanks are going to be... You have to clear one of the Philippines. How does that... why? I don't know. But how does that affect us? Yeah, for some reason... Okay, so... Vietnam is joining the Shanghai Pact. I'm assuming Philippines is then going to join NATO. Not too sure. I mean, I guess you're getting a little bit more powerful, but that doesn't actually benefit us too much right now. I think I did lose all of my ships. Yeah. It's unfortunate. Oh, there's so many troops here as well. Okay, go take here. We've immediately lost Sofia, which is not what we were looking for. Like, I don't think there's anybody who I could just... Go to Genoa. You go here. You push in here to make sure they don't move. We've got to at least try to take the ports away from them. Yeah, America is going to sink all of our ships. Not a huge surprise. Portugal's been called in. Well, draw this line out. Probably like to here. Can I take the 2 ports away from the Americans? Definitely going to get this one, I'm pretty sure. Everybody's getting called into everything. Russia. Poland is looking pretty weak right now. That's all I can say. Is that I think they're looking pretty weak. Grozny offensive. Not a war Chechnya. Chechnya doesn't really exist right now, which is a problem. I mean, it's not really a problem, but... Do not be here. Break your line down. You got defeated? How the hell is that even possible? Like, what's wrong with you? You'll be there one more day. Of course, these battles are not doing a ton. You'll be there in 20 hours. You'll be there in 6 hours. What are you... You'll be there one day, so you should be fine. We'll take both of the ports. Helps us maybe a little bit here. I mean, right now, the new Roman alliance is facing some difficulties. Like, why would you not join? Even though you're nationalist, you don't actually have enough nationalism bonuses to want to join the war. Not that I think Sweden would help us out too much. I mean, they created another front line with Denmark. He only has like 2 divisions, so like that could maybe help us out. Attacking Russia makes no sense. What could our plan be? Pakistan, Iran, India. Because you're not at war with anybody. That's the problem. If Russia was at war with somebody, anybody, it would make our life easier. But right now, because they have air superiority, it's such a big boon to them that it's hard to get much done. Again, like, we can't just send a tank into Germany. As much as that would be nice. South Africa is sending us support. You won't join our faction, even though I don't think they actually benefit us too much. I guess you are part of our faction, aren't you? Congo, I mean, you're not doing much for us, but... so we have 209 political power. Is there anything I could do? We're already in total war. I don't think a police state would help us out too much. Yeah, they did take another port. But this guy has, like, no organization. So, like, we've got to be able to at least take him out. When are you gone? You're gone in 5 days. Why does it take everybody so long to get anywhere? It did sink 4 British ships. I feel like that's pretty okay. Just retreat. Do not be here. Okay, I was going to say, like, the defensive line seems to be going okay, but that's no longer true. We have lost Vienna. I mean, we have the paratroopers. But like, there's no way they're going to be super effective, right? They've immediately taken Vienna. Not ideal. How are you so bad against these guys? The train's at 60%. Is it mountains? Unit effects 46. Wait, they've actually changed the modifiers here. I didn't know they changed the modifiers. Okay. That's one reason I feel like I've been doing significantly worse in Millennium Dawn than I do in most other maps. Or most other mods, I should say. You guys go here, you guys go here. Try to attack this guy so I can maybe move my troops in slightly. But even then, like, what does this accomplish for me? And the answer is, I think, like, not too much. Saudi Arabia will not join a war against NATO. I think ever. Like, do have a port. They're luckily not doing, like, another naval invasion, which is nice. Like, I don't have enough troops for this border. Which is a real problem for us. I mean, I could send, let's say, like, 2 paratroopers over. It doesn't help much, but just more men on that front. Probably is not the worst idea in the world. Like, how much defense does a paratrooper have? 61. But I think these are actually, like, the really bad ones. So they actually have a defense of 10. Right, like, you are the tiny ass. Yeah, you have a defense right now of 7.2. Which is pretty yikes. But, I mean, the defensive bonuses seem to be pretty good. On average. So let's see if we can... Okay, I was going to say take another port, but they do have a port here. Unfortunately, somehow we're sinking, like, a lot of American ships. I have no idea how the hell we're accomplishing that. But, I mean, doing it's not a bad thing. On our own, it's going to be done in 7 days. Yeah, I'm just not too sure what we could do. Like, how close are we to capitulating? We are at 74%. Somehow we've killed 80,000 NATO troops. I have no idea how we've done that. But I mean, our side could be doing significantly worse than it is. Oh no, okay, the British have just landed in Rome. That is truly, truly terrible. Which puts us down to 64%. How are we going to be able to withstand all of this? The answer, I think, is how we just don't. Okay, let's go over here, try to relieve this guy. I mean, most of this stuff isn't core. Ah, no, you are core territory. Serbia is not. It's not a core. Does that mean anything to us? I don't think so. So we go new parties, then we got to go for the populist way. And maybe, just maybe. I mean, we're still sinking like a surprising amount of American boats. I have no idea how we're accomplishing that. I think you guys need to be brought back to reinforce just Italy itself. The Balkans can be theirs. We gotta defend. Do not get surrounded, you son of a bitch. Don't you do it. When will you be there? 4 days. When will you be there? 5 days. Okay, so we actually will beat them, which is surprising to me. No, don't. If you're on this, go here. Delete this. So you mean we're holding a line here? We at least want to extend this down to like that. Yeah, but unsurprisingly, I think this is going to end up being the end of the series. I mean, I knew NATO would be dangerous. I'm so surprised. I don't know why Germany's not part of NATO. I don't know really what was the idea behind that. I guess you guys right now are defending our Balkan territories. Well, we got split in half, which is not ideal, for sure. Send your front line out. Nobody's on this. You're here. But I think all of southern Italy is lost. We're at 48%. Like, we're still only like halfway dead, and I'm assuming it's because most of this territory is maybe something we could try to take back. For some reason, this is the capital. I think that's actually our capital right now. Let's see if we can unify this line back up. Try to unite some of this territory. But it is, it's going to be a challenge. We could surround, like, this single German APC division, which could prove beneficial, but I really think that, this is definitely it. There's no way in hell we were going to be able to defeat all of NATO. So I think if we ever try Millennium Dawn again, we're probably going to play as a country that's, like, kind of far away. So at this point, you know what? Romania, I've had enough of you. You're going to definitely join NATO. That's fine. So thanks, everybody, for watching this series of us attempting to do a Roman Empire campaign. In hindsight, probably our original plan of just invading North Africa probably would have worked out better. I was just banking on Russia doing something against NATO, but unfortunately they just like never decided to do that. Like, you're part of CSTO. Like, if I was to justify against Russia, how long would that take? It will take 10 days. But I really don't think an invasion of them makes much sense. Like, if they've just invaded Georgia, for example, then maybe things would be going a little bit better. Because I think Georgia... I mean, that was in, like, 2008, though, doesn't it? Which is definitely far outside of our scope at the moment. I think the... apparently we've given ourselves a bailout. Yes, can you give me a debt bailout, Russia? Trade with the East. Don't trade with the East. Trade with not NATO. They've given me a bailout. Thank you very much. Well, probably because I don't have a functioning economy anymore. Probably would be a problem. We're gonna stand it. Oh, I just deleted all the units in the map. Ah, that's fine. I think this is gonna be a good time for us to end this. Just end this entire series. So thank you for watching my Anthem. If you enjoyed, thumbs up. If not, enjoy, please thumb down. You want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.